Flight to nowhere, Indian passengers are stuck in Phuket for 3 days. What went wrong with Air India's New Delhi bound flight? Over 100 passengers on an Air India flight from Phuket to New Delhi found themselves in an ordeal they would never forget. The journey, which should have taken a few hours, turned into a 3-day nightmare filled with delays, emergency landings, and unanswered questions. From a 6-hour delay to 3 days of waiting. The trouble began on the night of November 16 when passengers were informed of a 6-hour delay due to a technical issue. Many were hopeful the problem would be resolved quickly. Instead, after hours of waiting, passengers were asked to board the plane only to be deboarded an hour later. Why was the flight cancelled at the last moment? The passengers were told that the technical fault was still unresolved. For elderly passengers and families with children, the situation became increasingly stressful. The plane took off only to return to Phuket. On November 17th, passengers were assured that the issue had been fixed and they boarded the same plane. However, their relief was short-lived. 2.5 hours after takeoff, the plane made an emergency landing back in Phuket. The airline cited another technical problem. Can you imagine the frustration of passengers stranded in a foreign country with little clarity on their journey ahead? Social media outcried, no clear answers. Frustrated passengers took to social media, sharing their experiences and questioning Air India's handling of the situation. Many expressed dissatisfaction with the airline's representatives, alleging a lack of communication and accountability. One passenger posted, "We have been stuck for over 80 hours now. When will we finally reach Delhi?" The airline hesitated, giving clear answer. What was Air India's response? Air India sources clarified that the flight could not depart on November 16 due to duty time limitations for the crew. The emergency landing on November 17 was attributed to a recurring technical fault. The airline claims to have provided hotel accommodations for all passengers and promised full reimbursement. Most passengers have already been sent back to India. Around 40 remain in Phuket and will be flown out tonight, an Air India sources stated. Tracking the flight, a route to nowhere. Flight radar data showed the plane's 2-hour journey before it returned to Phuket. Passengers were left wondering, should the flight have even taken off in the first place? Stranded, but who's accountable? While Air India has promised to compensate the affected passengers, this incident raises important questions. Should airline prioritize passenger safety over tight schedules? Is there enough transparency in handling technical faults? How can passengers be better supported during such crises? Will Air India regain trust? For the stranded passengers, this experience has undoubtedly been traumatic as the remaining passenger prepare to leave Phuket tonight. The incident serves as a reminder of the importance of clear communication and prioritizing passenger welfare. Would you trust an airline after such an ordeal?
For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel TSW News. News that reveal the truth.